Good morning, y'all. So, I know y'all see me do a lot of things. A lot of stuff has been posted on this channel. But now I'm just going to take y'all along with what I'm doing in my life, basically. So, like, quick update. I had to stop the Pokemon business. I'll get more into that in a later video, probably. But now I'm just in school again. So, now it's been really busy. I haven't been able to make no videos. Haven't been able to edit or do anything like that. But I got some pretty exciting stuff planned, and yeah, just stay tuned. And all right, y'all, so I hope y'all been doing good. One thing that I really want is an e-bike. Now, I already have a regular e-bike, a pedal e-bike. I have an electric scooter that I'll be using at school, at college, I ain't gonna lie. But I want to get an electric dirt bike. So like y'all know Suron, Stellarias, all that stuff. This is the bike that I want to get. The E-Ride Pro SR, 72 volt, 25 kilowatt, 50 amp hour battery. This is expensive. I know y'all see that price. That price is crazy. That price is crazy, but I have a plan to make it happen. So to give you a little context on what happened on Whatnot and why I had to end up stopping is it took too much time out of my day, and I still had my job. And that was during the summer, so I worked constantly, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have time to keep on sitting on stream for hours and no one would hop into stream. Now I would say, I'll let y'all know, I'll be transparent. I did make about $1,500 in profit. And I know that's not that crazy, but for a thing that I started up on my own, I feel like that's very amazing. But I do have a lot of stuff left over from when I stopped that I'm gonna put up to sell. So I have 110 packs. They're not all the same, but they're just a bunch of different sets, some different languages, you know what I'm saying? 110 packs. I got a few loose singles, and I'm putting up this whole entire box. Even more Destin Rivals. Got even more Destin Rivals and blister packs. Another Destin Rivals. And then we got Battle Partners. I think this is like 46 packs. But yeah, basically, some few random. And then we have 2 hanger packs. I never had a hanger pack before, so these are pretty cool. But yeah, that was the whole box. 110 packs and then 20 loose singles. And look, they're not bad either. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all can see that good. But basically, they're tag teams. Latios and Latias. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 birds. Like we got some decent stuff in here, and I just want to get rid of all of it. Mind you, that goal is that bike, and one day y'all are gonna see the whole journey of it happen. But one day we're gonna get that bike. So what I did, right? I went on Facebook Marketplace, put up this whole box, and I'm not gonna lie, I put it to 1,100. If any of y'all see this video and y'all are interested in getting all 110 packs, they're legit. You know, I started my own business, so like you guys would know, like these aren't fake, these aren't weighed, like these are legit packs. I simply don't want to open them myself because I got a goal in mind. I'm trying to get that bike, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine me, like what, during the summer? Oh my gosh, the videos I can make with that be crazy, absolutely crazy. But I'm down to grind. This is gonna be a message to my future self. You're gonna get this bike. You're gonna make it happen. But yeah, I put this up for 1,100. One person saw it, or no, a lot of people saw it, but one person looked at it and was like, they want only the English packs, and I knew that was gonna happen. But I had to deny it. I was like, no, simply because a lot of people don't. And another thing when I was streaming on Whatnot is a lot of people don't like Japanese packs, or Japanese or anything like Chinese or any other language. They just don't prefer them. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I had to tell them no. I was like, I got to get rid of them all at once, because I can't risk just having these packs forever because no one wants to buy them. So I had to tell them no. But the reason I have the price so high is so that when they talk me down, they can feel like they get a good deal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the lowest I would go is $875. So if you're watching this video, hit me with the $875 offer and you got a deal. But yeah, the lowest I would go is probably around $875. So if someone talked me down to like $900, deal. If someone talked me down to anything. That's a deal as long as it's above $875. But yeah, another thing that I did list as well is this Chromebook. It's a Lenovo Chromebook. Brand new, right? So the story behind this one is I was gonna start going into college, and it turns out my mom had basically a bigger, better laptop, and she wasn't using it, right? So she gave it to me, so I was able to use that for college. And I also have my iPad as well, but I use my iPad more. So I got this as a gift, and I don't need it anymore. And mind you, it's not no sentimental gift where it's like they put out all their hard-earned money. It was from a scholarship, and they gave it to all the scholarship winners basically. And I mean, you know, they don't really care what we do with it, but I put it up. The retail price was $49.99, and I put it up for $75 on Facebook Marketplace, and a guy wants to meet up for it today. So I'll make sure I show you guys that. I have to go to school, then I also have another job, so I have an interview for that job. I worked at it during the summer, so now I'm gonna work at it during the school year, but I guess you have to re-interview for like, because it's like a different program, summer versus school. So re-interview for that, and then I'm gonna go ahead to do the meetup with the guy for this laptop. He's gonna check it out, turn it on, see if it's good. I know it's good, it's brand new. I literally took it out of the box probably one or two times, just to look at it and see if I prefer the one that my mom had or this one, and I prefer my mom. So that's going up. I have a few other things already planned to sell that I have not listed yet, so I'll bring y'all along with that. Like, for example, one of them is like this. I saw people posting up their old Apple Watches, but I already got one. And I also have extra straps too, like bands. So, you know what I'm saying, whoever would want to go get that will be able to have that. I got some old shoes. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna experiment. I'm just telling you, like, we're about to put up everything. We're gonna get this bike. It's gonna be a journey, but I'm down for the ride. All right, so I got this old calculator. Y'all know the Texas Instruments that we be using in like high school and stuff. I can get rid of this. I'm gonna put it up today. I'll probably put it up for like $150. It's an older one, so I don't know if that will, like, you know, make it not sell or not, but I saw some of them go for like $126, around that price. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the pictures for this. And yes, I'm about to use my big iPad to take these pictures. Go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this button. Camera. Get that. Make sure that's fresh, you know. Think of this. I'm saying. Honestly, for this, I'm taking these much pictures. Maybe get the top view like this. Like this. Okay, now the only thing is I need to get it on, but it takes AAA batteries, and I only have AA, so I gotta go find some batteries. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to rob my little sisters real quick. Now, I'm just hoping that this has AAA batteries. I would think so, you know? Maybe this might be the best hope that we have, though. And there's no screwdriver in here. All right, one more second. All right, so I have a screwdriver. Please be AAA, please be AAA, please be AAA. I have a really good feeling it's not. This is just the hope. 3 AA batteries. This is just gonna have to be put on a hold. I know it works though, but I know people are gonna wanna see it work and not just gamble. I do have this thing. It connects to controllers. It has a USB that connects to your Xbox or whatever. And then on the bottom in here, it has a thing that plugs into your controller as well. So these two go into your controller, and this thing's like an adapter. And then you can have a keyboard basically attached to the bottom of your controller. And honestly, I don't know, I might throw in the controller with this just so that they can get it in a bundle that works together. Next, I have this e-reader. This is when I was a little kid. This brings back so much memories. But I don't know if it still works. So this luckily takes AA batteries. But the battery port is a little old and rusted, and there is no, what's it called, cover to the battery area. So but let's see if the batteries still work. Come on, let's get some power. Come on. Let me see. This has to be open. Come on, e-reader. Yeah, I don't think we got any power. One thing I can say is I'm still gonna put it up because you never know. You never know what could happen. People could want the parts. People could want it to sit up on a shelf. Who knows? But yeah, I'm still gonna put it up. I just won't be able to put it up at a high price. So, and I'll also mark it as broken. I'm not gonna try to cheat nobody either. I gotta find batteries for this because this for sure can make me some money. Everything's gonna be asked in cash, and then I'm just gonna have a jar that just stacks all the cash. Just put the cash in there every single time I make a sale, and then that will be the money that I use if I need to go buy something else from like a Google or something to resell. So yeah, I might take pictures of these, put these up, get ready for school, get some food because I gotta go. All right, y'all boys, so I'm in the car, about to go to school. I got the laptop with me, still in the box. So after I do my interview for my job, I'm gonna hit y'all up and head to the meetup spot to go give this laptop away. It was kind of crazy though, because there was multiple people who wanted the laptop, but they were like hitting me up talking about, I can do it for 40 in cash right now, where you want to meet up. And I'm like, nah, man. It's already at a pretty low price for a very good item. So I'm like, I'll just stick with my one guy. And he said that he's gonna go check it out, and he has cash as well. So I'm honestly gonna just hope that this guy, you know, can make the sale, and then I don't gotta worry about it no more. Because selling a whole laptop that's brand new for $40 is kind of crazy, and the market price is $49.99. So it's like, yeah, I definitely should not do that. But we'll have to just see when I meet up with the guy. All right, y'all. So I'm back at the crib. I got a lot to say. I know it's only been like a few seconds for y'all, maybe 1 second, a little split, a little boom. But listen here, okay? So I was at school. And remember how this morning I posted the controller thing, and then I posted the V-reader, and then I posted, I didn't post a calculator yet, I did not post that, but I posted those two things. And while I was at school, 2 people hit me up saying that they wanted the keyboard thing. So I went ahead, texted them back, and I was like, yep, do you have any questions about it? This and that. And I'm actually going to show you guys how the text went down. But long story short, they was trying to scam me twice. It was 2 ladies. One of the ladies was like, you know, I'll just go to it. All right, y'all, so these are the pictures that I put up. I put this one up, this one, another angle, then the white controller. They're able to choose between which controller, and then the keyboard thing itself, and this is what it looks like, and then this is with the cable thing out, and then the dongle taken out of that little pocket. Okay, so I was like, hi, do you have any questions? She was like, yeah, I'm interested. And she asked how long I had it. I told her how long, and I told her why I don't use it. And then she said, okay. She was ready. She asked for the meetup point, said her sister was gonna come get it. And then I told her that we can meet at 5:50, and I told her where. And then she said, does any time tomorrow work? And I said, I could do 4:30 tomorrow. And then this is when she asked me for Zelle, if I have Zelle, right? So I told her, I don't. I prefer cash because I do want cash. Like the whole goal, remember, is to have that jar and fill it up with cash to where I'll be able to go out and use that. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just feel good to know that I saved up that much cash, you know, to lock in and then go put back in my bank or whatever to order the bike. But anyways, right? I told her no, I prefer cash. I asked her, would you prefer the black or white controller with it? And then she says, can you set up a Zelle or Venmo account to proceed, because her sister had a bad experience when it comes to dealing with cash. And I said, yeah, I totally understand. She said, okay, let me know once you set it up. I said, okay. Honestly, I already had it set up. I didn't realize that I had it set up, but I did. So I said, I have one set up. She said, okay, what's your Zelle info? Now, this is when it got a little weird because I had got this error, or this scam error thing popped up after she asked me for
right here. What's your Zelle info? It said don't use Zelle, something like that. And I was like, it's kind of weird. Yeah, it won't pop up anymore, but, and now my screen's stuck. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, then she asked me for my Zelle info. So I sent her my QR code to my Zelle, and then that's when she hits me with this, saying that the transaction declined and all that stuff, right? I had never seen this page before, so I was like, okay, that's kind of odd. And then she said, I found it. She said, I found you already, but my bank won't let me basically send you money because it thinks you're a fraud or fraud stuff, right? And then she asked for my email. And then that's when I look at this thing again, this scam, it won't, I just forgot. 1 second. Okay, so basically that's when I click on the scam thing and where it says learn more, and it literally says things to watch out for with Zelle. It said when people ask you for your email or your phone number to get your information, stuff like that, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, let me just not do that because I don't know what she's doing, and I ain't about to give her my information. And yeah, it was just kind of weird. So I blocked her. I blocked the messages, and I blocked her account. And she said you there right before I blocked her, and then yeah, I did that. And then we have another lady who was also interested, right? And she wants me to text her on Messenger. So I was like, yeah, it's available. I messaged you on Messenger. And then when I go to Messenger, guys, now we're in Messenger. And I said, hi, yes, it's available. Do you have any questions about it? And so she says, yeah, she's interested. And she asked the same thing. How long have I had it, right? So it's kind of like, okay. And then I told her how long, and I told her why I'm getting rid of it. And she said, sounds great. Can you send me a video? Remember, I was at school. So I told her, I'm at school, blah, blah, blah. I can send you a video when I get home because I have a meeting to do it after. And she said, okay. And then she was already talking about, and she started talking about where we could be able to meet up to pick it up. Then she said when, and mind you, I already had the pickup with the guy with the laptop today at 5:30, so I told her 5:50. And then that's when she asked me what's the price I'm selling it for. And I told her the exact price because it's like you already knew what I was selling it for. And then I asked her what color she wanted, and she said black. And then this is when it got kind of fishy because she said her brother's going to pick it up and she wants to use Zelle. And I took a minute to respond because I'm kind of like, okay, why is she also trying to do this Zelle thing? So I told her, yeah, my bad, I have Zelle. And then she said, okay, give me your Zelle info. I said, would you like the QR code? She said, yes, and your phone number attached to your Zelle account. And that's when I was like, what? And then I was like, can I have you scan my QR code in person? Because I was like, you know what am I doing? Why do we don't need a rush to do this. You know what I'm saying? As long as she shows up with the money, we'll be fine. And then that's when she says, basically no, because her brother's going to be the one that's coming, and her brother won't leave to go pick it up unless she already has it basically bought, right? So I told her, I hit her with I only do transactions in person. That way I make sure everything goes smoothly. And she says, huh, never mind, okay. So you got me dealing with all these people trying to get my Zelle information. They're trying to, I don't know if it's a scam, but I don't, you know what I'm saying, I think Facebook is pretty smart about that. They've been around for so long, and I keep getting hit with these pop-ups talking about some Zelle this, Zelle that. Don't let them get your contact information. When they try to get personal, don't do it. Thankfully, the guy today, for the meetup, is gonna do cash. And he was perfectly fine with cash. Like, he wasn't trying to rush to pay early or anything like that, you know? So, but it turns out I already met up with him. I forgot to record it. I'm so sorry. But basically, we had went to our mall, the mall in our city, and it took a minute finding him. There was a little bit language barrier, but it's all right. We ended up working it out. I let him check out the laptop. Basically, what happened was he just opened the box. I opened the box. I took the laptop out of all the wrapping. I showed him the cable, and it wasn't set up yet. So you know how the laptop hits you with the welcome, choose your language, and all that stuff, right? So he looks at it. He's like, okay, yeah, it's cool. And then it's 75. So he only had 20. So then he gave me 80, which was pretty cool. So this is the money right here. This is 80, and this is about to go into the jar. This money is going into the jar. We got a lot more money to go. So that's basically day one of trying to get this bike, reselling things on Facebook Marketplace. I'll continue to keep y'all updated on everything. Thanks for watching.